Dark conversation and communication of a narcissist. See, the first topic that I want to speak about when it comes to dark conversation and communication of a narcissist is number one, word salad and circular conversation. The reason why they do this is because they use long, draining, illogical monologues to confuse, frustrate, and derail you from the original issue. The reason why they do this is because it's kind of like they're doing a smoke screen. It's like they're creating a smoke screen because they want to bounce around the issue that you have with them because they really don't want to hear what it is that you have to say because they don't really care for your issue. They don't really care for the problem that you are bringing up. So they will literally not want to be bothered with you. So what they'll do is they'll make you angry. See, their first tactic is to make you upset because when you get upset, you stop thinking rational. You stop thinking logical about things. So once you get upset and you get angry with the narcissist, you tend to forget about what it is that you are upset with them for. So now when you are upset with them, now they will try to, in return, if they feel threatened by you, they will in return try to threaten you back. And then with a narcissist, it's just that all out war with them. And then you forget your original point or issue that you were bringing up to them because they do this because they fear you calling them out. See, a whole thing about a narcissist is that they fear anyone calling them out. And especially when you're chosen. When you're chosen, they fear that you call them out because if you're calling them out or bringing an issue to them in public, they will try to make you upset because they want you to seem crazy to everybody around. They want you to seem like you don't have any type of emotional balance or stability. And 9 times out of 10, a narcissist is never alone. They can't stand being alone. They can't stand being in their own energy. So they surround themselves by a lot of people who are nobody but, how do I say it? They surround themselves by people that are yes men. And a yes man is basically people who agree with them at all times and don't think that what they're doing and how they move around in life is wrong. They think they think that everything that they do is sunshine and rainbows, when in reality it's not. The second point is the silent treatment, aka stonewalling. It's when a narcissist withholds communication to punish, control, or force an apology from the victim. See, when a narcissist acts silent with you, you can see it on their facial expressions first. When you're dealing with them, they'll be upset with you. And 9 times out of 10, you may have not even done anything wrong to them. But they do this because they want you to feel scared. They want you to feel like you were wrong about something. And whole time, at all actual reality, you may have not done anything wrong, but they do this to invoke fear. Fear of you losing them, fear of you losing communication with them, fear of you being cut off. See, they do this because they want to scramble your brain. They like to make you off balance mentally because they get off on dark psychology ways of toying with people. That's a part of their dark psychology, is that they want to scatter your brain in order to make you come up with all of these reasons as to why they're stonewalling you, why they're giving you the silent treatment. And it's all to play a sick game in your head. It's to put you on this Ferris wheel, this pony ride, this carousel, and just have your head spinning around in circles, because they want to be dark and sick and sinister in the head. I got my notes. I wrote down. The third point is moving the goalpost. What I mean by a narcissist moving the goalpost is consistently changing expectations so that no matter what you do, it's never enough or wrong. This keeps you constantly striving for their approval. Oh my goodness. The reason why they like doing this is because they're sick in the head. They want to make you feel like whatever it is that you are doing in your life, whether you're dealing with a parent, whether you're dealing with a lover or a friend or anybody, a coach, anybody in your, this applies to anybody in your life. They use the moving the goalpost method so that you feel like you have to constantly chase their approval, chase their love, chase their admiration, and chase good reviews from these people. And they do this because they want it. The best way to explain it, or a good example, is that they want you to be a hamster on a hamster wheel. They want you to keep running in circles and running around in your head. And they want you really in your head because they want you to be constantly thinking of reasons why they're making you seek their validation so much. They want you to think of why. They want you to feel like you did something wrong, or feel like you aren't worthy of their attention. They have this God complex within them that makes them feel like, oh, I shouldn't just give you the attention that you deserve and the respect that you deserve and the compliment that you may deserve, because they feel like they're better than everybody, and they feel like everybody around them can't be better than them, or they're not better than them. They surround people around them that they feel like can't surpass them or won't be better than them at anything. So that's why they use the moving the goalpost method, so that you can feel like you are of no substance to them, or that you don't hold value or weight in their lives. Whole time you are their main attention. They're just playing dark psychology games with you. Now the next point is malicious humor, making cruel, demeaning remarks disguised as jokes. If you object, they blame you for being too sensitive or not having a sense of humor. They do this when they're around large crowds of people to humiliate you and make you feel small, because they crave attention. See, narcissists love when they're around crowds of people, and when you are a target to them, they will use malicious, humorous jokes, things that you may have told them that was personal about you, and they will use it later on, and they will make bad jokes around people to try to make you feel small or make you feel like you are important. And it's to deflect from their own flaws and deflect from their own personal problems that they are dealing with. See, narcissists love to deflect. They love to create smoke screens so that you never see who they truly are, what they're dealing with, and their nasty tactics. So when they're around large groups of people, they will never give you credit for anything that you do. They'll never have anything good to say about you. And it's simply because they view you as small, they view you as not valuable or not worthy to be praised. Even if the evidence is in their face and it's undeniable, they will never take accountability, or they will never not have that dark sense of humor about things. And when you go to say, whoa, why would you say that about me? If you pull them to the side, or you just, say it out loud in front of everybody, you say, why would you use that against me? I told you that in private, and now you're making a joke out of it. You're making fun of me about it. And to be honest, you can't tell a narcissist anything important and anything personal about your life, because they will use it as a manipulation tactic. They will use it as a dark psychology trick. They will use it when they're performing their malicious and dark humorous jokes to try to come at you in a highly intelligent way. See, they make jokes about you, and they say all these type of nasty things about you in a jokingly way, hoping that you won't see what type of dark tactics that they're using. But most people are intelligent enough and emotionally intelligent enough to see when a narcissist is being manipulative and using dark psychology tricks on them. So you'll know when a narcissist is using dark humor on you. And they feel like they do this because they feel like they're better than you mentally. They feel like they have a one up on you because they may have read a bunch of books. They may have, gone to school and got, decent degrees and have a pretty successful career in life. So they do this to degrade you. They do this to make you feel little, like I said, to make you feel small, like you don't matter to society. And it's because, like I said, they have a God complex. Their whole persona is that I'm better than you, you are nobody, and you are nothing unless I say you are. This is their whole game. Now the next point is number 5, blame shifting. What I mean by a narcissist blame shifting is refusing to take accountability for their behavior by shifting the blame onto others. Oh my goodness, they love deflecting, is what I was, speaking about previously a little bit earlier, is that they like to dump all their problems and dump the blame on whoever was involved in whatever type of relationship or affair or any type of group project that may have went wrong. Anything that you are dealing with a narcissist on, they will purposely deflect, and they will purposely shift the blame on the other person, because narcissists don't believe in taking accountability for their actions. They don't believe that they're wrong. They always believe that they are right, because, like I've said, they have a God complex. They feel like they don't owe anyone any type of explanation for their actions. They feel like their actions were justified and validated in their own dark and sick and twisted way. And this is why they will shift the blame on others, is because narcissists are very insecure. They're very sick in the head, and they are very malicious. And their whole goal by deflecting the blame on other people and not taking accountability is because they want to try to smear the next person's name. They want to try to create this false narrative around this person so that people no longer support them. People no longer invest their energy, their time into other people. And it's because they want to try to play this good cop role in their head. They feel like they're doing other people justice by smearing their name, by saying all evil and manners against these people in order to get some type of army on their side. See, they need people on their side. They need attention. They crave attention like no other. They have to be the center of attention. And the reason why they shift the blame and they shift the whole dynamic of the the guilt or the evidence, you can have evidence on a narcissist right in front of their face and they will still shift the blame. And it's because, like I said, they feel that they're never wrong. And also they just feel as though they are the judge and the jury in any type of situation. They always want to be in control. They always want to be on top. They never want to feel like they're losing. See, if they ever felt like they were losing in any type of situation, then they go ahead and shift the blame on somebody else. And they also shift the blame on other people is because they they don't want to feel responsible for anything that went on. So they always want to play like they were an important role in people's lives. They always feel like they were the most important part of people's lives. They feel like they made people to who they are. And they feel like it's their job and it's their duty to bring people down if they don't abide by their rules and regulations. So this is why narcissists use those 5 dark conversation and communication tactics. Those are 5 ways you can identify when a narcissist is using dark conversation and communication tactics against you.